Hey, what's up? It's DJ. Here's your Farm Sim news for Friday, October the 10th. Let's start off with some new mods. We had 15 mods released today on the in-game mod up. All platforms got 7 new and 3 updates, and PC Mac Players got 1 new and 4 updates. However, one of those new ones for all platforms was removed, the Lizard PE32. It still had some PC branding on the side of it, so it was pulled. I imagine it'll probably be back next week sometime. Maybe over the weekend, but I highly doubt it. We also got the International 2+2 series, which is that Anteater from EY Modding. So very cool. Already got a video out, so make sure you check that out after this one if you haven't seen it already. Next up, we had some fact sheets for the Highlands Fishing Expansion, releasing on Tuesday, November the 4th. Included with those fact sheets, we had the Grimiver Tron 470, the Bunning Series 200 Tipper, and the Lizard Cargo Vessel. We also got an update to the Highlands Fishing fact sheet blog. If you wanted to take a look at that, it's got all the fact sheets from today and all the ones that we've seen previously. At this point, we're probably about 3 weeks away from the previews being released, and 3 weeks and 4 days away from the release of the DLC. This is technically an expansion, not just a DLC, so we will be getting not only the map, but we've also got a bunch of other cool stuff and new features coming to the game, including fishing, and it'll cost you $30 USD. You can save 10% off of that. Use my link down below. That is PC only, so heads up there. And if you own the Year 1 Season Pass, well, you're already good to go. You own it. So no worries. I will have more videos releasing soon on the Highlands Fishing Expansion. That way you know exactly what to expect once it is here. So get subscribed if you're new. That way you don't miss any of those. Now let's jump over to modern news, and we're going to start with RossN Mods and their JCB 3000 series. It does say it's making good progress and coming soon to Farm Sim 25 on all platforms. Now we have seen 3000 and 3200 series back from Farm Sim 17, 19, and 22 on the mod up for all platforms. However, this will be the first time we've seen it in 25, and I'm really glad that Ross is the one doing it, as he does a great job. Next up, let's take a look at a couple fact sheets from Mr. JHHG Modding. It being Friday, it is the perfect time for fact sheets, and we've got one from the Kid Fab Stock Roller. Now, yes, we did a video on this last week, so definitely check that one out if you haven't seen it. It costs $6,900, 100 horsepower, 6.1 meter working width, although that working width is in 2 different sections. It does utilize the mulching mechanic. Really, in real life, these are just to, well, roll the stalks down and break them. That way your tractor could drive over them and doesn't have to worry about getting those stalks stabbed into the tires or ruining tracks, anything like that. These are really, really nice to have in real life. But again, like I said, we already did a video on it, so I'm not sure the fact sheet is much good for the viewers here, especially if you've seen that video. But if you haven't seen it, hey, go take a look. It's an awesome video. Additionally, we get to see JHHG's 8R Series 2022. This tractor will cost you about $210,200, 458 horsepower, down to 326 though if you want to go with a lower engine, but I always go all the way to the top. We have multiple different setups for transmission, including power shift, IVT, and auto power. 727 liters of fuel, is 31 miles an hour, which is 50 kilometers per hour, and has 13.5 tons. Also says configurations, too many, ... Of course it has too many. If you'd like to see any more about either of these mods, you can check out JHHG, link below. Next on our list, we have HR Forst and a big update to their Volvo FH16 pack. This is going to be version number 2, updating from version 1001. And there's something you need to know. You need to sell the one that you are using now. This update is so massive and changes so many different things that the truck that you've got in your game now will not be the same one that you have in your game after you update. Now, of course, the update is not out yet, but it is with Giants awaiting testing as we speak. So just a heads up, if you're using the Volvo FH16 pack from HR Forst right now and you've got it in your game, you will need to delete the truck that you've got in your game before updating. Now, let's talk about the update itself, because it's really great. So chrome has been added in various color choices, so that's kind of cool. They've added a retractable saddle plate, engine data has been adjusted, the 8x4 chassis has been added in an electric version, how cool is that? Tail lights have been added to single or double, now available in the shop, adjustments for patch 1.11 and the MB Trucks DLC, so that's pretty cool. I'm not quite sure what they're meaning by that, but hey, we'll take more updates. That's a good thing. More chassis variants have been added, fixed a bug in the side sticker, added vehicle numbers at the cabin for hire companies, fire trucks have been added, additional attachment for the switch bulbs, saddle clutch automatically blinds off. Not sure what that means. Additional attachment for the Powfinger universal L crane, and several other small changes to the vehicles. So as you can see, there is a lot going on with this. So again, if you're using this already, before you update it, whenever that comes out, you will have to delete the one you've got in your game. Just sell it at the store. Go out, update the mod, come back in, buy a new one. You're good to go. Very fun one from Agro Tonho. Their lizard Trold is back with some new big improvements. This mod was originally introduced back in February of 2023 for Farm Sim 22, and it would cost you $12,100, 104 horsepower with lots of different rims and tires. We also had branding on there and different suspensions, things like that. You could also make it more sporty or a little bit more utilitarian as well, so it looks like we're going to be getting the same thing here. And one thing I find super interesting are the exhausts that like go right into your face. I mean, I know they're at an angle, so it's supposed to go like around your head, and you're probably wearing a helmet when you do stuff like this, but I'm not sure I'd put an exhaust right in front of my face. The first tractor I drove was like that. It sucked. We don't have a lot of information right now, but what we do know is that this will be returning, and it'll be for all platforms since it's from Agro Tonho. BB Mods has brought us a progress report this morning on quite a few of their mods that are in testing or with Giants awaiting testing currently. Just starting at the top, we can see the Lizard AgriFlex SPB is update. This features a handful of new additions and fixes, along with the Forge Drapers update, which fixes a small cutter animation issue. The Lizard Pro Bale is adding full AI baling and support for soybean straw and corn stalks with extra capacity bales on supported maps. The tractor pull and sled did fail testing again, but he says it's already back with QA awaiting testing. The Round Balers Plus update features a new baler and some fixes, and the Agri Trailers Pack and Unimog beds are both currently in testing. We did a video on those, last week? 2 weeks ago? I don't even remember at this point. I think it was last week. Nonetheless, there you go. There is our update from BB Mods for today. We also got a little bit of a teaser about the AgriFlex as well with this screenshot with a couple forage headers in front of it. It does say that we should be getting more information about the AgriFlex update sometime coming over the weekend, as well as more information about their next mod. So that's very exciting. Adub Modding started work on a new John Deere mower. It is the John Deere RC6M rotary cutter. He actually teased us about this about 6 days ago, but I can't remember if I talked about it or not. Nonetheless, it is happening. It's starting the modeling phase now, so still very, very early on in the process, but it does say that more news will be coming soon, so we'll let you know whatever that update's going to be when it happens. And now we get to dive into some maps. The first one is the Pishinya Valley from Blacksheep Modding, the beginning of the adventure. After several months of lots and lots of work, the mod is finally entering the internal testing phase right now, so that means that Blacksheep Modding and some of the people, could be content creators or modders or just friends of theirs, are just playing around with it, seeing if they could find things that are broken. That way it is all ready to go for the mod hub team by the time they're ready to send it to them. They've also mentioned that every week they plan on sharing exclusive fact sheets with 5 never-released images to show us piece by piece the universe of this never-ending map for Farm Sim 25. I probably can't say it as eloquently as they could, but they do say to prepare to dive into a living valley shaped with passion and attention to detail. Journey begins here, and it's only just begun. Now, I may be part of their pre-release guys, so whenever they're ready to release a mod, a couple weeks before then, I'll get the mod so that I could show you guys to get you pumped up for it. However, I am not part of the testing team for this, so if you guys want to see exactly what they're going to post first, you can check that out on their page. Otherwise, I will be showing it off in the next news video. Hey, speaking of screenshots, we've got some more new ones from Troud River Valley from Samuel Batista Modding. This is the same modder that's brought us New American as well as the Arkansas of American that I'm playing right now. Most of these screenshots have been taken at dusk or dawn and feature a really, really bright sun coming in from the side. We also get to see a little bit of field work, some animals, and some of the surrounding. However, most of Samuel's maps have been really focused on the farmyard and the fields, and not so much the other areas around the map, though he has done a pretty good job with Arkansas, I have to say, so I'm really interested to see what he does with Trout River Valley. And lastly, today we've got a bunch of new screenshots, like 17 or 18 new screenshots from Whitcomb Park Farm by OxygenDavid. With these screenshots, we return to the rural charm as we've seen kind of around town and areas like that in previous screenshots. Now we're back out into the country where even more areas have been completed. This map, kind of like Saxlingham that just came out, will feature 3 to 4 major farmyards along with 4 or 5 smaller holdings, offering a variety of gameplay opportunities from large-scale operations down to smaller experiences. Now, this is a gameplay style that I've really enjoyed with Saxlingham, and I can't wait to see how Oxy's done it. Of course, all of these farms feature lots and lots of details, and I also like how it makes it really obvious where like the high traffic pathways are. You really get a lot more ruts in the road there. With standing water, you've got fences just in the right spot, you've got gates just in the right spot. Very cool. And it would be even cooler if you came to see me in the next one. Just like every episode of Farm Sim News, links to everything we talked about today can be found in the description. Remember, there are no release dates for mods, so no one knows when anything's going to be released. If you like this video, you can check out the Farm Sim News playlist for all the latest news and top stories going on in the world of Farming Simulator. And that is it for today. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like on it, get subscribed. If you do enjoy DjGoHam fam, double check your notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. Hope you have an awesome day. Enjoy your Friday. Have a great weekend. We will see you later. Little bit of a later news today, but don't worry, I got you, fam. I got you.